Hi everybody, it's Sanman and welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. Once upon a time, the housewives were fighting in one episode of one franchise, okay? And one housewife owned a restaurant and the other one was supposed to be a rich housewife, the rich housewife. So in the fights and they were throwing each other shade, she said, the one that was supposed to be rich, she said, I will sue you and take your restaurant and give it to your mother because I don't really need the money. It's the same thing happening here, you guys, because even though Minnie Dlamini is demanding 2.5 million rands, she's saying, you don't even need to pay that money to me. Here is who you are going to pay this money to, okay? The shade in Minnie's lawsuits, okay? So it says here, you guys, Minnie Dlamini takes Macg to equality court and demands 2.5 million rands. Aggrieved television and radio personality Minnie Dlamini has dragged podcasters Macg and Sol to equality court for hate speech, unfair discrimination, and harassment on the basis of sex and gender. The way you guys come for us when we get the spellings wrong. But here, personality yala kusande wet bathe ipeniality. Commentani phela, commentani it's wrong spelling. And comment. The move follows the outrageous suggestion that Mukwebo made in his controversial podcast and chill with Macg that Dlamini's romantic relationships did not last, probably because the private parts are smelly. Okay. He also said that Dlamini was a gold digger and she dated minted men to secure the bag. Mukwebo was hauled over the coals for his misogynist remarks. He later issued a half-baked apology to Dlamini after the public lambasted him for his gibberish and a degrading statement. In the paper she filed to the court last week, Dlamini said that she did not accept Mukwebo's apology and instead wants them to face the wrath of the law and pay the 1 million and the 1.5 million rent to the women's organizations. Okay? Says, listen, I can take the 1 million and I'll go and do my nails or something with this million. Okay? But the 1.5, give it to the women's organization. Okay? In the papers that we have seen, Dlamini said Mukwebo and Penduka's penchant for vibing pure hate speech against women stated on or about the 3rd of December 2021 in the episode in which they interviewed rapper and Uyajola 99 presenter Molemo Jub Marohai. She said in the episode, which has been viewed more than 1.7 million times, Mukwebo asked the musician to reveal the names of the women he had smashed. The word smashing, as used by the man in the episode, refers to having sexual intercourse in a country with such excruciatingly high levels of gender-based violence, after often involving sexual violence. The use of this term is worse than just insensitive. It normalizes and even legitimizes violence in men's acquisition of sexual satisfaction. Dlamini further said that Mukwebo and Penduka used the term in the episode and in countless other podcasts reduces women to sexual objects to be dealt with by force. Okay. She said that the podcasters aired another episode in which they defended the way that they had conducted an interview with Jub after she publicly disapproved of their conduct. In this episode, they heavily criticized me and complained that I should not be hosting the sports show Homeground. I am not a real woman who knows about sports. Dlamini further said that on and about the 17th of February 2022, Mukwebo and Penduka had another episode in which they attempted to make humor out of the breakdown of my marriage and claimed that she or Minnie Dlamini wedded for money. Okay. First, it was a punishment for me having criticized them for using degrading language about women. It was thus aimed at silencing me from speaking against misogyny. Second, they stereotyped women, and me in particularly, as being interested in men only for their money and being unfaithful when a richer man comes along. This was extremely degrading for me and women in general. They would not have said these things about me if I was a man. Thirdly, by stating that certain women are not wife material and should be target of a hit and run, Mokwebo and Penduka objectified women, making them nothing more than sexual acquisitions for men. Also, again, employed violent language to describe these sexual acquisitions, she said. Dlamini said, continuing at the theme of women being objects of sexual acquisitions by men, Mokwebo said that certain women were always up for sale, comparing them to commodities. Dlamini said that the duo aired an episode on May the 12th, 2022, in which they said that she dishes out sexual favors in exchange for money. The episode began with the discussion about the businessman Edwin Sodi having had a hit list of women with whom he had sex. Okay, the conversation went on to list more women. This part of the episode described women as though they were disposable goods who are nothing more than objects of men's sexual acquisition. The reference to the woman's physique as a premium shock is also grossly objectifying. They turned the focus on to me personally and untrue rumors that I had been unfaithful to my husband at the time, Quintin. They accused me of cheating on previous partners, and indeed, when a richer man came along, they accused me of being a prostitute. And that is one of the oldest, crudest, and commonest archetypes used to degrade the women, she said. Dlamini argued that that constitutes hate speech. She said that in an episode of Podcast and Chill with Macg, which was found to be the most disparaging of them all, Mokwebo suggested that her private parts may be having a bad smell, and that is why she could not keep a man. First, there was a reference to men standing in line to sleep with me, again conveying that I'm a prostitute. Okay. Then there was the suggestion that my former partner was only dating me because he wanted to experience me, again reducing me to the object of sexual acquisition. Finally, there is a joke that my coochie smells, referring to my vagina. To have many genitals are made to be topic of national discussion is already extremely demeaning to me, to women in general. But the joke that I might have poor genital hygiene is utterly humiliating and degrading, she said. Dlamini said that although Mokwebo apologized for insulting her, there was no trace of contrition, remorse, or sincerity in the delivery of the apology. Mr. Mokwebo takes no accountability for the devastating effect of his words on me and the society. He does not even know that it was objectively offensive, only that some people might have been offended, as though there should be a universal revulsion at his remarks. She said that the podcaster's remarks have violated several provisions of Equality Act and they should carry the can for the Fox Pass. Okay, or 4 pass, I think. That's how it's pronounced. Dlamini demanded that the two issue a court-approved apology to the women at large, okay? Macg is supposed to issue us an apology, okay? I wish that they had also said that these millions, he must pay all of us the millions. Okay, we all deserve an apology, but we don't deserve the money. Hi, Minnie. angizwa kahle indaba yakho. Nathi siyayifuna imali. So we want the apology, but we also want the money. Why are we sharing in your apology, but we are not sharing in your money? I don't understand this. Okay. I might just take Minnie to court to explain this, because I also want part of the 2.5 million. Okay. The respondent shall each within 6 months undergo 50 hours of gender sensitization sessions to be administered by the Commission of Gender Equality or an institution or persons nominated by it. And Minnie is sending them to training camp, okay? Have you ever had one of those training or workshops at work where you are required to go, but you're like, when is it going to be over? The respondent shall each within 6 months perform 100 hours of unpaid service at one or more of the institutions working against gender-based violence to be nominated by the Commission of Gender Equality. The respondent shall jointly and severally pay 1.5 million rands to Women for Change, a non-profit organization registered with the Department of Social Development within 90 days. Dlamini submitted. She also wants Mukwebo and Punduka to pay 1 million in damages for the impairment of her dignity to her. Okay, so it's 2.5, 1 million to Minnie, and then 1.5 to Women for Change. Now, I don't understand. She said everybody must apologize. Macg and Sol must apologize to all of the women, but all of the women are not getting all of the money. I'm not understanding this, okay? You guys, that's what's going on with Minnie Dlamini. Minnie Dlamini is not taking this lying down, okay? Now, you guys, I'm thinking that maybe Macg should cycle out of court, because I am seeing Minnie Dlamini winning this one. And not only will she win the 2.5 million rent, but she will probably also get them to pay her legal costs, okay? So their lawyers should just meet, bakulume, and pay the money. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumagona. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Do you not want this money too? Because I want it, okay? I don't want no apology. If I'm going to take the apology, I also want the money, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it before Pumagona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Cool.